My name is Ruth Ryan. I'm an Irish national. I'd like to make a citizen's referral to the International Court of Justice. I'd like to refer the constitutional democracy of the United States of America for crimes against humanity based on breach of international treaties. I'd like to have you consider that America is in breach of the International Convention on the Rights of the Child, adopted by America in 1989 and ratified in September 1990. I'd like you to consider that failure to provide adequate gun regulations in America has reached the level of a crime against humanity based on breaching the International Treaty on the Rights of the Child. Specifically, the treaty gives children the right to survival, the right to develop to their fullest potential, the right to protection from abuse, neglect and exploitation, and to participate in family, cultural and social life. It's clear that the gun regulations in America are insufficient to deliver the commitment in this treaty.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Thank you for joining me here for Freeform Fridays on Conversations with Taz. We have some serious things to deal with, some not so serious things to deal with, a little bit of pop culture, and of course humor, because it's Friday. Let's get some of the not so happy stuff, out of the way. Coming from Entertainment Weekly, okay, that's odd. Well, let's see. Let's see if that'll do it. Let's resend that back. Sorry, I got some technical difficulties here. So let's see. There we go. Alrighty. Now we're in business. Now, coming from Entertainment Weekly, Brad Johnson, Always, and Melrose Place actor, dies at 62. Brad Johnson, best known for starring in Steven Spielberg's romantic drama Always, and for his turn on Fox series Melrose Place, died February 18th in Fort Worth, Texas. He was 62. For some reason, this made the rounds on the news today. Wasn't quite sure. And yeah, it came out, it was announced today at 11:10 a.m. So, hello, darling. Now, of course, y'all know today, the turd heard round the world, Amber Heard, was back in court today working on appealing the verdict that just came out. We're just going to go through these videos one by one regarding her, because I don't even know how to put these together. But let's start with this one. Here we go.
I know what the motion of my actual hand was, but you're fine. I did not hurt you. I did not punch you. I was hitting you.
How are you?
What am I supposed to do? Do this? I'm not sitting here about it, am I? You are. That's the difference between me and you. You're a baby.
Because you started.
You are such a baby. Grow the up, Johnny.
Physical fights?
I did start a physical fight.
Yeah, you did, so I had
Yes, you did. So you did the right thing, the big thing. You know what? You're admirable.
So I'm not saying that Amber Heard is a narcissist, but if she is, that is almost exactly what a narcissistic person or toxic person would do. Like minimize the other person's experience. And if you're new here, I'm a narcissist. I actually have narcissistic personality disorder. That's exactly what narcissists and toxic people will do, y'all. They will minimize your experience. They will try to invalidate how you actually feel and what actually happened to gaslight you and confuse you into the actual state of events. Did this happen? Did this not happen? I wasn't punching you, Johnny. I was hitting you. My hand was like this, not like this. That makes a big difference, doesn't it? They will go on and on and on and chastise you and belittle you and make you feel like nothing, literally. And the longer you stay inside that relationship dynamic, the more the person thinks that you're okay with the behavior. A lot of those recordings that you hear in during this trial, they knew that they were being recorded. So those behaviors were on full display for each other, for the therapist and whatnot that they were working with, allegedly. So the fact that she thought she was in the right for saying that, I didn't punch you, I hit you. You're such a baby. You're such a big baby. Look at you, boo, 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 boo. And guess what? I did start a physical fight and you skedaddled. You got out of there like a big, strong man. I'm telling you, narcissistic, toxic people will invalidate you and make you feel small, make you feel minuscule, like this big. One huge error I see with a lot of people when you're dealing with narcissists and toxic people is you let them talk too much. Because once they get to talking, they rarely, if ever, stop until their point is made or until they exhaust you into giving up. And most people that are dealing with narcissists would rather give up than to continue a fight into the wee hours of the night until, because narcissistic people will keep you up. They will deprive you of sleep. They will not let you go to sleep until they get their point across or you give up. So this is a consistent pattern of behaviors in their relationship, apparently. And they also played a recording about how Johnny Depp felt when he first met her. He's like, she was perfect. She was like, we had a lot of things in common. Like she was, a dream person. But then that mask came off and I saw who she really was. That is almost the perfect example of a love bombing phase leading to the devaluation phase of a narcissistic toxic relationship. Because narcissistic people appear to be everything that you want and need. Come out of nowhere, give you everything that you want and need. That's your soulmate and things like that. But once you get married to them, once you have kids by them, once you are actually together and they feel like they have you stuck, they become who they actually are and show you who they actually really are. A lot of times the person you fell in love with was a facade. Stay strong and I hope this video helps.
Excuse me. Let me just add on to this. If you've been watching what Amber Heard is currently doing on social media right now, she is continuing that narcissism. She is now attempting to gaslight the entire world as if we didn't hear those clips, as if we didn't see the pictures, as if we didn't see her on the stand and hear what she had to say, that we didn't see and read her sister's body language as the two of them sat in the courtroom. And how every time it looked plausible that the camera would be on her sister, or they were going to ask her sister another question. Amber Heard, I love you. I love you. I love you. One of the last things Amber Heard said in the trial was that she wanted Johnny Depp to leave her alone, but she kept antagonizing Johnny Depp. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Oh, Whitney was terrified out of her mind, and it showed. I know that look all too well. Let's roll to the next clip, because, woo, baby.
I'm extremely confused. You're confused? I'm fucking confused, bro.
I swear, if anybody gets thrown into conversations, more than anything, it's Black women. I swear. We just mind our business. And y'all know how I do. I found the article. Coming from theroot.com. Amber Heard verdict sends a message to Black women everywhere that we're no longer believing white women tears. I'm just going to read this because if I paraphrase it, y'all going to swear that I left something out or took it out of context. Pay attention. This is going to be a bumpy ride. On Wednesday, a jury in Virginia decided that actor Johnny Depp had been defamed by ex-wife Amber Heard and her 2018 op-ed published by the Washington Post. Depp was awarded $15 million in compensatory and punitive damages, but could only legally receive up to $10.35 million, or as low as $8.35 million. Heard did win one claim in the case and received $2 million. I'm heartbroken. Hold on. Why is this refreshing itself? I'm heartbroken that the mountain of evidence still was not enough to stand up to the disproportionate power, influence, and sway of my ex-husband, Heard said in a statement shortly after the verdict was announced. What sway did he have? And what mountain of evidence? And the $2 million wasn't awarded from anything that he said. I'm even more disappointed with what the verdict means for other women. It is a setback. It sets back the clock to a time when a woman who spoke up and spoke out could be publicly shamed and humiliated. That's always been the case. That has never changed. It sets back the idea that, excuse me, violence against women is to be taken seriously, she elaborated. She is the joke. She is what's setting the clock back. Here we go. If the mistreatment of a wealthy, blonde-haired, blue-eyed white actress is ridiculed by the world, what does that mean for Black women? We're just gonna scream the racism out loud. So you're admitting, ironically, in an article that blonde-haired, blue-eyed white women have been the standard for protection and elitism within the United States, and the whole blonde-haired, blue-eyed thing came from Hitler, who wasn't blonde-haired nor blue-eyed. I swear white supremacy makes no sense. For 6 weeks, Heard testified how Depp not only sexually abused her, but also physically assaulted her throughout their relationship. She claimed that he headbutted her as well as punched her and dragged her around by her hair. Heard maintained that everything she wrote in the op-ed entitled, "I spoke up against sexual violence and faced our culture's wrath," Jesus, that has to change, was true. Depp denied all allegations of abuse. And from what we heard and what we saw, she was the one abusing. For Black women who do not have whiteness or fame or money, every Black person isn't broke. And what about famous Black women? What the? I don't know what's going on with this article that it keeps wanting to disappear. But let's keep going. Her money to protect them. Heard's words of the verdict as a setback ring especially true. Whether you believe it or not, the way the world treated Heard was downright cruel and uncalled for. Not only were her bruises placed under a microscope by forensic experts during the trial, social media joined in on the skepticism because they were not real bruises. She even said she had a bruise kit, and we caught her in 4K in one of the pictures that she admitted into evidence. When she took a picture of Johnny Depp asleep, the theatrical bruise kit was on the coffee table in front of Johnny Depp as he slept. Heard was turned into everything from memes to murals mocking the validity of her abuse. She wasn't abused. Some even believed... I don't know why this article keeps refreshing. Who? Oh, Lord, hold on. Heard was turned into everything from memes to murals, mocking the validity of her abuse. Some even believed Depp when he said that she was the aggressor in the relationship. If all of Heard's privilege couldn't protect her from such viciousness, Black women, like always, remain more vulnerable. As we've seen from Tina Turner to Rihanna, from Meg Thee Stallion to dozens of young Black women R. Kelly abused, our pain becomes punchlines and humanity is invalidated. Who the? Hold on, wait a second. Talking about we. Who are you? Who are you? Okay, why won't this close so I can see? Okay, this is driving me crazy. You know what? This is a good thing that we have multiple devices because I don't know what's going on with that one, but let me look at something real quick. Candace McDuffie, who are you? Because this is some bullshit. You're not about to put this on Black women, especially since this woman is guilty. Oh, Candace, you really are a Black woman. Oh no. This was not the take. Sis, this was not the take. This wasn't the judge, this wasn't the gag. Amber Heard was an abuser. You do not have to use us as a reason for her to continue to destroy a grown man's life. That man was already traumatized by abuse. We are not going to victim shame. And we are not going to victim shame in the name of all Black women. Now, if you feel you want to stand on the side of Amber Heard, if she shot you a few dollars, if she got something on you, do you, boo-boo? You have freedom of speech, but not freedom from consequences. That was a horrific take. We are not going to put Black women in the conversation and say that, oh, we should back the great white hope who couldn't even forge tears as an actress. She can carry her privilege on somewhere else because it was her privilege, her whiteness, and her weaponized tears that caused this situation in the first place. So no, do not drag the rest of us into the conversation. If you want to be in that conversation, if you want to be her martyr, put on your cape, carry your Black ass out there, and you stand in front of the firing squad for her. You be the martyr for her. Because as far as I'm concerned right now, you are a heifer that Harriet Tubman would have shot. You are the type of motherfucker that Nat Turner would have snapped the neck of and left behind to be buried by another coontastic committee member. That is not what we're doing here. That is not what we're doing here. Let's go to the next clip.
Well, hang on a minute. This guy right here. June 1st. What an interesting date to release that Warner Brother chairman is stepping down from the studio. Warner Brothers, there's an apology? I'm confused. Now let's get something clear. This is the same person who fired Johnny Depp from Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them from his role of Grindelwald. Exactly 16 hours ago, my man stepped down because he has some soul searching to do. He ain't far, he's in England. You can go visit him anytime.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why you don't jump the gun. This is why, especially in running a business, you do not jump the gun and you thoroughly investigate things before you cost your company money or you cost your company its reputation. Because right now there are a ton of companies, a ton of people who are looking real stupid and have egg on their face. A whole lot. But in pop culture news and car news and finance news, it's a little bit of everything. If you are a fan of the movie series Back to the Future, then you are familiar with the DeLorean. And guess what? Coming from Yahoo Finance, DeLorean is back for the future with brand new EV. The movie Back to the Future made then defunct automaker DeLorean Motor Company and its Gullwing sports car a pop culture icon. Now the automaker is back and trying to renew that status with some electric buzz of its own. The DeLorean Motor Company, which has been revived with new ownership in San Antonio, Texas. Oh, why'd you have to be in Texas? We send all our exes to Texas. Has debuted the next car to bear the DeLorean name, the all-electric Alpha 5. We have been given the opportunity to reimagine a brand that has meant so much to so many people from all corners of the globe for 4 decades. Nilo Harris, DeLorean Motor Company VP of Branding Creative, said in a statement, DeLorean has touched so many lives and set the stage for so many memories. We are now witnessing a new chapter of this amazing story. Would you get an all-electric DeLorean? Because I kind of would for nostalgia's sake. You would, Geeky? Hey, my baby. I definitely would like, I don't know if I could pick up groceries in it. But knowing me and my nerdy self, I would definitely be looking for a clock tower. If you know, you know. Definitely would. Hold on, we got one more. I almost forgot about this one regarding the Heard Depp trial. I think this is the best clapback I've seen. Y'all just take a look.
I fought hard and lost that battle. It should not have happened.
I am a former NFL player. And after a hard loss, it's easy to wake up and point to the other side. Oftentimes, I realized the better thing to do was to look in the mirror.
Obama out.
This is what we tell you: don't bring no bullshit to a black person. I'm not talking about a coon. I'm talking about a black person. Don't bring no bullshit to a black person. I thought so hard. Eileen, you got your ass handed to you, girl, because you had a fucked up client. But go see that man in the mirror. Or the Subaru. Oh yeah, the Subaru is that's a nice one. I like that one too. And just in time for Pride, dun, 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 from theinsider.com. Teen Wolf star Colton Haynes says the head of MTV didn't want to cast him because he posed for a gay man's magazine as a teenager. Here's just the cliff notes. Colton Haynes said that Teen Wolf showrunner Jeff Davis fought for him to get cast on the show. Go ahead, Jeff Davis. This is what we love to hear. He recalled his manager telling him that the head of MTV nearly didn't hire him over a photo shoot. How'd you know about the photo shoot, Mr. Mans? How'd you know about the photo shoot? Where you been looking on the internet? Where you been on the internet, on the interwebs? As a teen, he appeared in a gay men's magazine with his then boyfriend. He came out publicly in 2016. But once again, where were you looking? Because if you're auditioning talent, does it matter where their fan base came from? Because I grew up in an era where quite a few XXX actresses became mainstream secular actresses. A lot of them made that segue. Nobody cared. Like, people tried to come out with stories on them trying to shame them. We didn't care. That just let us know that they could act. If you know, you know. Anybody who's ever dated a man knows what I'm talking about. And just a quick update. Uber Trump sycophant Peter Navarro has been indicted due to his involvement in January 6th. Also, from news.gallup.com, same-sex marriage support has inched up to a new high of 71%. Hold on, trying to check off my list so I don't double anything. Alrighty. Now, I told y'all before, even though the Heard Depp trial, chef's kiss as far as drama, and it gave you a little American soap opera, a little telenovela, a little Snapped, a little Crazy Bitch Chronicles, a little Single White Female, gave it a little bit of everything. It's not the only trial going on. It's not the only trial I'm keeping my eye on. So let's get into these two clips regarding Todd Chrisley of Chrisley Knows Best. And I do believe they have like a new season premiere coming up here soon. But let's get into it.
Okay, y'all, it's your girl Millie Chun. I'm back. And here we go with the Chrisleys update. And apparently Lindsay has taken the stand and upset the jury and the judge. So Lindsay took the stand yesterday, and she was there in favor of her father, right? And we all know Julian Todd are there for alleged tax evasion, wire fraud, and conspiracy bank fraud. And it goes back to 2019. Like, it's not unfamiliar to us that we've heard in the blogs and in the news and stuff that Todd and Lindsay had a real bad relationship. Todd did not like Will Campbell. That is Lindsay's ex-husband, right? And Will did not like Todd. Like, you could tell. If you watch the show, you know he did not like him. So y'all, like in 2019, when all this stuff came out about Todd and Julie with the fraud and all that, well, Todd had accused Lindsay of cheating on Will, which is her ex-husband. And Todd had put some of his financial information out. And Todd and Chase had supposedly had a tape with Lindsay on it and Robert Hayes, the dude from The Bachelor. And he threatened to put that out if Lindsay didn't stop talking to whoever she was talking to about the fraud. So shortly after that happened, Will divorced her, right? Todd tried to reach out in support of her. She did not receive it well. And they had stopped trying to work on improving their relationship. Okay? Y'all with me? Let's go. So in court, Lindsay putting up this front like her and Todd are just really tight. And she boasted about what a good father he is. And he's so supportive of Kyle because Kyle has had some hard times. And she also said that she doesn't think that he was the one that said anything about a tape. So this is when things took turn for the worse. They presented emails in court showing where Lindsay was kind of saying that Todd, she referred to him as a monster, right? She got defensive and sarcastic, and the judge, Judge Eleanor Ross, told her, quote, "You're not doing anybody any favors by answering questions like that. Trust me, end quote. So then y'all, it came out that Lindsay and Mark Braddock, you know, Todd's alleged intimate friend. Y'all, I'm going to stop right here and I'm going to go on to a part 2 because it's a lot of stuff to unpack in this and I don't want to miss it. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to bring it to you the right way. So hold what you got and I'll be right back.
Todd Chrisley, you're going to go to hell for involving your mom in this whole fraud situation, allegedly. So here's a quick update on the Todd Chrisley and Julie Chrisley federal fraud trial that's happening right now. Nanny Faye, who everyone loves from Chrisley Knows Best, testified saying that she signed financial documents and didn't even read them. According to the insider, so when Nanny Faye was presented with a list of financial records that said she was the owner of Seven Seas Production Company, a loan company where the family was paid for their reality show, she said that she may have signed them, but she didn't know anything about their content. Nanny Faye simply said, "I don't read any of it." The prosecution presented a variety of documents, some bearing Nanny Faye's signature, that claimed she owned the company itself. In one email, a lender at a car dealership, Todd Chrisley, identified her as 75% owner of the company. Does this mean Nanny Faye could go to jail?
How does a father and son end up with a sex tape of their daughter and sister? What would possess you to essentially blackmail your child with a sex tape? And how sick and twisted do you have to be to verify that that's your child in the sex tape? Now I get why the ex-husband hated you so much. That y'all couldn't even fake chemistry or good family life on the show. Like the oldest 2 children, Todd, from your first marriage, you know, before you were cheater, pumpkin eater. Before you got the beard that needed to be bought. But to play your mom, that is woohoo. That is a whole new level of despicable. Stop now. But let's go to this month's Pride ad, and I'll see you in 2 and 2. All right. Do not forget. There we go. To join us tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the viewing party for Are You Afraid of the Dark? Do keep in mind that on Sunday we are no longer permitted to show any more clips because we keep getting snatched for showing clips, but we will be reading the official synopsis because that seems to be working. So if you want to see it in its entirety to really understand the commentary, please make sure you join us. The link is in my bio. It's via Zoom, so come in your jammies, turn your camera on if you like, don't like, join in the conversations that we have. It is a hoot. Make sure you have a nice cool beverage and some snacky snacks or a whole meal, depending on how you feel. Do you, boo-boo? Let's get into the fun part of the night. What we all love, what we all join together on Fridays for.
I get sprayed, I get sprayed, I get sprayed, I get sprayed.
Shot through day. That's what we doing now. Okay, firstly, this was real. You can see the bone falling out the urn. Secondly, see that little bit that made it on her hands? That ain't gonna never wash off. Honey, good luck with this. Think before you act. Stop being so hot at it. Baby, ain't a work in this world gonna be able to wash that off you. That soul wanna attach itself to your body.
Go earth, it's ghetto. I wanna leave.
Y'all, first of all, I know cheating hurts. I know cheating is a horrific thing to go through. But please stop involving other people and punishing other people and causing severe traumatic emotional damage because one person did something to you. Don't carry that on to the future. Take a lesson learned, but don't say, oh, I know that behavior. Because the signs of the person cheating is different for everybody. Somebody could spend all the time in the world with you according to your free time. And in their free time, they got somebody completely else. There have been too many instances of men having two whole ass families. And both families will tell you, oh, he was completely dedicated to us. He never missed anything. Da, 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 da. But stop. Doing that to somebody's, like disrespecting somebody's mother like that. What is she doing? He's not the only relative that she has. So you destroyed and hurt an entire family because he stepped out. And you know what? I'm going to call a spade a spade. 9 times out of 10, you just thought he stepped out. Don't be mad at me, ladies. Y'all know that happens way too many times. You dreamed it. Your girlfriend done told you he did it. You looking at him because you read too many Facebook memes. You was all on Instagram in your feelings, looking up inspirational quotes and trying to pick them apart. Like, he do that. He got to be... And men, you do the same thing because I know a man who threw a whole marriage away because he didn't know until after he got married and moved in with his wife that after her cycle, she used a douche. And some other woman, being funny and petty, said, oh, women only do that when they're cheating. Y'all need to stop. Y'all need to stop. You got to stop. A lot of y'all mess up your own relationships and talk about your ex wasn't shit. And for real, the ex never did anything. It was your imagination going berserk. And be wary of your friends and family that always are trying to dig up dirt on someone and always bringing you something negative. They like to keep you miserable so that they can look a step ahead of you. Stop playing checkers with life. Start playing chess. Let's go on to the next one. Oh, this one I was told was a follow-up to another video that was submitted on a Freeform Friday. I'm not quite sure what that means, but as always, we about to find out together, y'all. We about to find out together.
Yo, you ever got cheated on, bro? Nah, but one time I cheated on this and she fucked my mom's.
I did it!
I was just like, oh, is this a theme tonight? Like, y'all just sending me all cheating videos? But I remember that video when old girl said that she dated someone who cheated on her and she went and smashed the moms because she's pansexual. She said anybody could get it. And he just said, oh, the full circle. Oh, Jesus. I was not it. I wasn't ready. Oh, my God. I wasn't ready. I was not ready. Ooh. 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 My boy, you was with a baddie and you cheated? She gave you a confidence boost, didn't she? That's what it is, ain't it? She gave you a confidence boost and you got too big for your britches and you was like, oh, if I can bag her, I can bag anybody. See, y'all got to stop doing that. When somebody is benevolent and gives you a chance, be grateful for that chance and just love them. And if you decide, oh, maybe I done got a little too big for you, then just move on to the next one. Okay? Stop using the baddie that you're with as bait for the shark that's going to devour you. Trust and believe. Because the upgrade you think you're going to get, you're not. The grass is not greener on the other side. The grass is greener where you water it at, baby. Let's go to the next one.
What's wrong with you? Remember old girl I supposed to went on a date last night with? What about her? So we get into it last night because it was a restaurant I've been wanting to go to that I've been seeing every time I go past it called a Plebles. A Plebles? What the hell is that? A Mexican restaurant? That's what I was trying to find out because I'd never seen the place. Right. When we pull up and see it, I'm like, there, go right there. Man, this stupid bro talking about some, boy, that's Applebee's. Right. So I'm like, man, that's a Plebles. Pull up at the Plebles. Now she get mad because I ain't pronouncing and we get into an argument, so she wanted to go home. Hey, look, bro, I'm going to write it out. On real. She get Applebee's out of a Plebles. And then they ain't even got apples or bees.
I don't know who wants to dine with a bunch of bees outside of the weird love story that was in a bee movie, but that's a conversation for another day. But he said a boy place. And I know some people that are that level of real quick. There was a girl when I was in middle school and we were talking about our favorite cars. I'll never forget this. She's like, yeah, when I grow up, I want to get a Zuba. And I'm like, because at the time, I'm like, okay, I don't know about that much about cars. I went by the colors of cars. Like, oh, that's a pretty color. I like that car. Like, not so much make, model, stuff like that. So I'm like, what's a Zuba? And she's like, you know what, Zuba? They got all these commercials. Once again, at this time, really wasn't that big into TV. So I'm still lost. And I was like, well, could you write it out for me? And when I get home, I'll look it up. This was pre-internet, you guys. This girl spelled out Saab. S-A-A-B. How she got Zuba out of Saab, I don't know. I don't know. Then there was a person who argued with me that alligator sausage couldn't be called sausage because sausage was only pork. And when I tried to explain to them that virtually any type of meat could be made into sausage because it was the process and the casing that made it sausage, they said no. They also said that cobwebs didn't come from spiders. They came from dead skin particles. And what made it worse is that there was somebody who was like, oh, really? I didn't know that. I better keep my kids from down in the basement because that's where most of the cobwebs are in my house. Kids never went in the basement because the only thing that was in the basement was storage and a washer and dryer. Kids were all throughout the house and she constantly had company, but there were no cobwebs upstairs. Yeah. Yeah. Told you. Yeah. Let's keep it pushing.
State your name, please.
Scott D. Henry.
Will you state your name, please?
My name is Amber Lorraine Hurt.
How old are you?
I'm 41. I'm 36 3/4. I celebrated a birthday this year as well.
Do you have children?
I have 5 kids.
Do you have children?
I have a daughter. She also celebrates birthdays.
And what's the reason you're here?
I'm here because I'm being sued.
Can you explain the reason you're here?
I'm being sued by my ex-husband for an op-ed that I wrote.
And how does that make you feel?
It sucks. No one wants to go through this, especially publicly like this.
And how does that make you feel, Miss Heard?
I struggle to find the words. I can't find the... I can't struggle.
What's so funny is about this that this gentleman literally took quotes and mannerisms from the trial, like But when they asked but then when they did ask about her age and her daughter, she was, yes, and we both have birthdays this year. Like, bitch, do you think people are looking for your Amazon wish list? Do you think people are about to send y'all gifts? Don't really care. I'm just still pissed that her birthday is 2 days before mine and she's a tourist, because that is definitively not tourist behavior. That is not, no, we are not shitting in people's beds. No. let's keep it going.
So now Amber Heard supporters are using the whole, oh, Johnny Depp is going to trial next month for assaulting a crew member as proof that Johnny Depp is in fact abusive. So stage manager called Rocky Brooks falsely accused Johnny Depp of hitting him while on set. But those accusations are false. Witnesses say that they were shooting outside and Rocky Brooks started verbally assaulting a black woman with racial slurs. Johnny Depp told him off to defend her, but he didn't assault him either. There will be multiple witnesses testifying and more than 40 timestamp photos submitted into evidence. So Brooks filed a lawsuit asking for money, and Johnny Depp was like, no, we're taking it to court. That's what you wanted, so we're gonna go to court. And Brooks has delayed this court trial multiple times. Brooks also filed a motion to exclude a paragraph stating that he has been previously aggressive with other people on set too. And the motion was denied. Like, why are you guys like this? Like, my brother in Christ, not only is your parietal cortex devoid of any fucking mental activity, but you're not even using your frontal cortex either. There's absolutely no fucking brain activity going on in your brains right now, no neural efficiency. You guys do not know the concept of reasoning. This is all literally in the court documents. Stop that.
Now, does it surprise me that Johnny Depp stood up and has another court case because he stood up in protection of a black woman? Nope, absolutely, positively not. He has a very long track record of protecting marginalized people. So much so that there is a Native American tribe that adopted him, so to speak, into their tribe. Yep, you heard me right. When they said protect black women, Johnny Depp was like, say less, hold my beer. Well, hold my mega pint of wine. So yeah, and that's why that's gonna be the next Twitter hashtag. Go fund Amber. So it's not shocking. And dude keeps delaying the trial because he was hoping, because people don't understand the legal system and think every trial, every court works exactly the same. No. My God, would y'all pay attention to something in life? You're adults. Learn how things work. Like, you don't go to your refrigerator expecting it to work the exact same way as your microwave, do you? Well, I would hope not. But giving the warning labels I see on everything, a few of you all might. But let's keep it pushing.
Pet hates about your partner. He colors in his receding hairline and it's not even straight.
That's dread.
She has the breath of 1,000 skins. It looks like he struggles when he tries to open soda. Makes me lap up his... Once he nuts, he plays them like he didn't like it.
That would be me down to a T. That would be me down to a T. Sometimes I hate being reminded of shit. So if I was getting my ate to pieces, and then after she was like, you love when I eat that, isn't it? Shut your mouth!
Shut the up.
Don't ever say that again. No, I don't.
You know, sometimes the descriptors that straight men use confuse me. Because how do you know what foreskins smell like? And how you don't ensure consent if you grown enough to engage in the act, but you never want to talk about it? Like, if you still got shame in it, let go of that kink till you get rid of the shame. It's just my little take on it. But let's go.
Had to send an email up the chain, arguing with coworkers again. They don't seem to understand that I'm not the one to blame. I used some happy words, then I said it nice. Thought that my email surely suffice. But no matter the way I speak, they gon' always come for me. 'Cause I'm a woman and a black one too. Everything I say is misconstrued. They treat me wrong even when I'm right. Then be confused when I wanna fight. 30 seconds and you gon' get ready. I know you saw it in the email thread. So when you're done talking back, I still said what I said. Truth is.
Yeah, it's the truth. Y'all don't be liking to take us seriously, but then when we read you for filth, you and your feelings. Now, the final one is not a blind react. It is handpicked by me, but thank you for joining me. Hopefully, I will see you all tomorrow at the viewing party. And as always, each one teach one, each one reach one, and enjoy a little Golden Girls humor, because you know we love them around here.
Bitch, isn't it great that we all made it to heaven? Now we get to spend all of eternity together. I think I'd rather be in hell with Al Capone and Hitler. Mom, can you please try and be positive? You made it to heaven in spite of everything about you. Well, personally, I can't wait to see what eligible late bachelors are out here. Oh, my stars, I think I see Sidney Poitier. Blanche, that is Chadwick Boseman. I thought he looked younger. Can one of y'all lend me some quarters for the washer and dryer? For Christ's sakes, Rose, what part of heaven don't you understand? You're right, bitch. They'll probably just take my credit card. If I wasn't already dead, this would be my 13th reason why. Oh my God, it's the Golden Girls. Oh my goodness, Michael Jackson. Now I know this thing is rigged. Mother! You ladies are gonna love it here. The ice cream machine at McDonald's is always working. There's endless curly fries. And the show Firefly never got canceled. All right, you numbnuts, get out of my way. Where's the remote? Thank you for being a friend. Shimon.